another episode of BOI Weekly on Channels Television, but a slightly different style from what you are used to. On this episode, we are bringing to you the story of the second edition of the SME Live Banking Panel. It's a platform for SMEs to present their business proposals to banks. And for this year, very different from last year where we had only 70 registered SMEs. For this year, we have almost 300 registered SMEs and over 10 banks are participating. We're going to bring you the details of that on this episode of the program, beginning with the opening, which had a lot of dignitaries. That's what we're starting with on this episode of BOI Weekly. One year after the initiative took off, another SME Live Banking Panel holds in Lagos. Bank executives who normally have heavy work schedule have created time to be here. 12 commercial banks and the Bank of Industry make up this group. There's also the group for which the event is organized, the Small and Medium Enterprises owners. Over 300 of them are here. The third group is made up of the sponsors and organizers, led by the former U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Robin Sanders.
I believe in public-private partnerships all around. And I think that businesses like Western Union, entities like the Bank of Industry really have come together to do something very, very unique. We did our pilot program last year. This is a follow-on, and we hope to keep this going because really SMEs are the growth of the future.
The Bank of Industry also belongs to this group. The opening speech of the Managing Director, Ms. Evelyn Oputu, is directed at the SMEs.
I keep saying that if Nigeria gets it right, all of other African countries will get it right. But it also means that they need to participate along with us to see how we're doing it. So from that perspective, I would say that you here, because you don't have many of our brothers and sisters from other African countries, need to do more. If they were here, they would understand the issues that are involved, that it's not different for any other African country. But you are the reason why we're here. You SMEs are here because you can make a change. As a people, we complain a lot and we're very religious, we pray, we work hard, but we need to know that it belongs to us. Last year, you made presentations to the banks. This year, we're going to go beyond making the presentations. This year, I would like as many of you as possible, if I have my way, I would say more than at least 80% of you should actually go away knowing that your transactions are going to be funded by the banks who are here. So the challenge to the bankers here is not to listen to the presentations that we're going to have. The challenge we're going to have is to tell these SMEs the missing link that they have. Why can you not fund it the way it is? And what do they need to do for them to have access to these funds? I know that you've got a lot of training. This workshop is actually going to take you through the financial process to understand what the bankers are looking for and why they want it. So it's not just you. When you think about anything when you are making your presentation, don't think about just yourself. Think about all the teeming unemployed youth that you're going to take off of the market. Think about the farmers that you're going to buy their products from to convert. Think about the lives that in the entire value chain, you do not just benefit yourself from the wealth and the admiration that you'll get from your families and friends, but how it will impact other people, how it will impact me and my grandchildren, how Ambassador Sanders will be happier that she has not wasted her time in coming all the way from the States because she believes in you.
Is really useful.
After the opening, special fora to cater for specific needs was part of the package. One of them targets the women. For this year, the session was set to empower women on how they can use social media tools to improve their businesses, relationship with clients, and spread news of their products and services.
Software that enables us to do different things, like in Microsoft Office, very popular on the internet, applications that we download onto our phones and onto our tablet devices.
Behind me is the hot room, one would call it, where SME operators meet with the bankers and present the proposals to them. We're going to talk to some of those who have gone through the hot room to share their experiences and their hopes resulting from their meeting. The live panel begins. Entrepreneurs have prepared hard for this, putting together their business plan and in some cases updating an already prepared one. The rules are read out to them before they begin the presentation. In some cases, samples of their products add to convincing the panel of bankers who have a lot of questions bordering on their present operations and plans for the future. Even after convincing the bankers of their genuinity, there's the duty of convincing them on the need for the equipment and expansion being requested for. Even issues of regulation and authorization is questioned. After these interactions, many lessons and knowledge have been acquired.
Looking at expansion, we want to expand more of the products we do to the market is big, so we need some new equipment to meet up with the international standard. So that is why I'm here. And we've talked and they have tried, though no money is given, but our discussion is on a very nice this thing with some other ideas too that they sold for me, So I'm here just that they could give me, assist me in purchasing some new modern equipment to be able to meet up with international standards. So that's why I'm here, yes.
There was a positive response. When they look at because we showed them our business plan and our audited accounts, they look at it, they were impressed.
The SME Live Banking Panel is an initiative of some individuals and corporate bodies. Some of them do not have direct benefits from this panel. So we just wonder why they're so interested in the SMEs in Nigeria.
Western Union has long believed in the power of individuals to really empower their families towards greater economic growth, economic development. That's what you see at the core of what we do through remittances. Well, the same is true for small and medium-sized businesses. We've seen from our customers that they would like to invest in and grow and own their own businesses. And so being a part of this initiative, being one of the leaders of this initiative with Bank of Industry is really important in helping them do that.
A lot of SMEs have now known how to do things better. They are better structured now. They have an organized way of doing things. They now understand that it is not just about funding. They need to build their business in a sustainable manner. They need to put all those relevant structure that can help them to win in the marketplace.
One of those who has been in the forefront of this panel from the beginning, she was everywhere last year and she's everywhere today, is the former U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Ms. Robin Sanders. She now speaks to us on her observations on the impact of the panel from last year to this year, some of the things that have happened, some of the things you think has been the benefits of last year's panel to encourage you to organize this year's own?
Well, I think last year it was a unique thing to do because we had about half the participants from other parts of Africa or the greater diaspora. And we had a network between them and the Nigerian SMEs. I think it was unique for the bankers as well. They're normally competitors. In this case, they were doing a collaborative evaluation of the capacity of the SMEs. They were extremely dedicated representatives of their bank. I was extremely impressed with the banks and the bankers and their commitment to SME development. This year, because of the success of last year, our numbers are a lot larger. I actually think we're at capacity of what we can do for an event like this at one time. We have about 260 participants going through the 3 banking panels. It's a lot to squeeze in 2 days, but it shows that there is a need, and it shows that there's interest not only on the part of the banks and their SME units, but certainly in the greater Nigerian